When you're doing slow repetitions, is it okay to go slow on both positive and negative, or some people say it's better to go faster on positive and slow negatives only?
Yeah. For a beginner, it's really hard for people to focus on the negatives because they care about lifting weight. They don't care about dropping weight. So you have to get into the habit of going slow on your negatives. Millions of bodybuilders always do slow negatives because this is how you get bigger muscles. Okay, hypertrophy. So you want to do slow negatives. Okay, but for I would say an intermediate person, it will be a normal positive, which will be a moderate to quick positive and a slow negative. Until you get to the rhythm of doing a slow negative, then you're stronger because you're stronger on your negative than you are on your positive. Okay? I don't care how much you could bench. You could bench 400 pounds, okay, but you could actually descend with 800 pounds because you're stronger on your negative than your positive. Don't do that, by the way. So don't do that with much weight. But you're more strong on your negative. So for an advanced person like me and myself, I like to do slow positives and slow negatives. And the only way you can get hurt doing a slow negative or a positive is if you're doing a heavy amount of weight and you're doing it for 1 rep or 2, or you're holding the static hold for 5 seconds. So we're not going to do heavy ass weights. We're not here to impress people, right? We're here to stimulate a muscle. We're not here to worry about how much weight I'm lifting. When you go to a show and do a contest, and they say you're going to go on stage, do they ask you how much do you deadlift? Do they ask you how much you bench press? They don't care about that. They care about how your muscle looks, how your symmetry is. So knowing what your bench max is, what your bench doesn't mean shit compared to how your muscles look. Like I said in my video, you can't look at somebody and say that guy benches 400, this guy benches 300. I only do a 50-pound dumbbell press for chest press. And you think, does my chest look like that? Like, does my chest look like I only do like 40, 50 pounds? I don't care about weight. So when it comes to negative training and positive training, we're doing slow reps. You're going to do lightweight because we're not here to power lift. We're here to stimulate a muscle by doing a slow negative and doing a slow positive. But a slow negative and slow positive, which I do in my time under tension training, is only for advanced people. So for beginners, learn how to first push the weight correctly and then do slow negative until you get up to that strength level where you do a slow positive. It's really difficult, and you could vouch for it if you want to throw in what you think about slow positive and negative, because you tried it yourself, right? What do you think about it?
It's harder doing slow positive and negatives. I struggle at like rep 7, 8.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The rep range should be about actually, I'll say 7 to 12. And for calves, legs, they do more rep range. And it's gonna be really hard. So you're not gonna do. You normally do 300-pound bench press. You're not gonna do 300-pound bench press with a slow negative because you're gonna tear your minor and your biceps completely because these actually combine. They come together. So what happened actually in the gym? One of my friends tore his chest and his bicep doing a 3-plate, or 3.5 plate, or maybe 4-plate bench press, and he held the static for about 5 seconds. Tore it completely off. They had to actually attach it to his collarbone. And he's actually fine now. He's training good, but he learned his lesson not to, do heavy weight and actually hold the negative for too long. So this is an extreme. Like I said, this actually proves my point that you can never do a heavy weight with doing a time under tension training because you're gonna injure yourself, severely injure yourself. Doing like a squat, a 500-pound squat, you're gonna tear everything. So don't do that. Did I answer the question?
Yeah.
Sometimes I just go off somewhere else. Sometimes I just go to like another subject.
So basically for starters, it's better to go.
The beginner, no one has patience for that. See, this is for young people. They don't want to do this shit. Young guys don't want to do what I'm doing. Who wants to be doing a freaking rep range? Let's say 12 reps. And it takes you like an hour to do it. Like no one has time for that. Young guys are impatient. They want to just push weight. They don't care about training a muscle. They just want to impress their friends. They want to just push the weight. So for me to say, hey, you're a young guy, you're 17-year-old, you're going to be doing this, they won't do it. They'll do it for a day, say, oh, yeah, you know, it hurt, but they won't go back to their heavy lifting, and they think that's going to build muscle, but it doesn't. And they wonder why they have tendonitis and problem with their elbows and shoulders. They have rotator injuries. They have, you know, lacerations with that. So that's why I say, to be realistic, I'm not going to say, hey, do what I do, because you have patience.
You learn as you go.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing it.
Yeah.
And how you feel?
I feel great.
Shit, right?
Yeah.
It's like you fucking gonna die. But see, you have patience for it.
Yeah.
You know, but not a lot of people have patience for it. So I don't want to BS people and say, yeah, do what I do, because you can't. You're young. You probably just want to impress people. I want to impress people when I'm outside, not when I'm inside here. I don't give a shit what I do here. I'll get a 5-pound dumbbell. I'll be happy with that. All right. You can do your 100-pound. I don't give a shit what you do. In here, when I go to the beach, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? So I keep on my little weights, little baby weights. This is actually weight for me, little baby weight, and I'm fine with that. So if you have patience, like if you actually care about building muscle and don't give a shit about your ego, then do what I do. Do what we do. You know, we do summer tension training for positive and negative. I dropped it. So what was I gonna say? Something about this. If you don't care about strength, then you could do a good explosive positive and you know, slow negative. But if you care about size, try to do a slow positive and a slow negative. You're gonna be shaking, especially with dumbbells. Really difficult to do with dumbbells. And that's what I gotta say about it.